All right, so welcome back. So we get to a point where people have, notably asked about in the past or whatnot. The most dangerous thing about a narcissist, right? And this may come as a very subtle thing that is dangerous about a narcissist. And for those of you who are and have been with them, you may not see this particular trait on the surface because it's an inner core thing. It's something that internally, they really feel. Right? This is something that they're not going to display. You have to pretty much catch on and see it, right? You have to see it. Without seeing it, you're not going to know exactly what it is that this trait brings out. But if we look over and we think about the traits, one of the biggest things that you can consider in any form of psychosis or mental illness or mental disorder, I think one of the grounding root traits is being delusional. Now, this is just one of them. But a delusional person who refuses to see reality or is incapable of seeing reality the way that it is going to have, they're going to have a problem, right? They're going to have a problem differentiating what is real and what is not real, what is possible and what is not possible. Right. So delusion, the basically delusion, being grandiose. These things within a narcissist contribute to the mindset of feeling that exaggerated sense of self, right? Meaning that, and their abilities. So internally, a narcissist compiled with that delusion feels they can pretty much do whatever they want and face minimal consequence and not, either not get caught or not get hurt or not get whatever. This is one of the things, if you're dealing with this type of individuals, that makes them so dangerous, in my opinion. And the reason being, let's take people who are in intimate relationships with them. Because of that particular trait, it causes them to be reckless. And their recklessness has no rhyme or reason. There's no logic or thought put into what they do. There's very little consideration of consequence, right? So when you have someone like that, this is a person who will take risk with their bodies, who will, if they're going to be fooling around with others, they may do it recklessly without protection. That's one example. They may engage in risky activity, drugs, all of this on the whim, because with the narcissist, they don't feel that they'll get addicted to anything. They feel that they can overcome that. That's for you peons, is how they look at other people. As everyone else is beneath them. Everyone else doesn't have the capabilities as they do. Everyone else is weak, right? And can't control these things in which the narcissist views themselves as being able to control and being able to flip the switch at any given time. Right? Now, some of these things is true. A narcissist addiction can vary from a normal person's addiction because some kind of way how their minds and brains is wired, they may be doing drugs with one source of supply, but when they get to the other source of supply, they can cut it off like a, which is something that a lot of normal people cannot do once they get strung along or hooked. With the narcissist, it works because the moment they get a new source of supply that is occupying their time and their energy and their mind, it can completely distract and draw them away from whatever they were indulging in that could have been addictive to a normal person. But for them, for the time being, they can cut it off. But nonetheless, this is still risky, reckless behavior. They could be sharing needles with someone, and they'll look at it as, oh, it's not going to happen to me. They won't take the proper precautions as a normal person would in their right mind. They feel that they're invincible to these things. This is why you see a lot of this outlandish, crazy behavior with them. They don't feel as though these things that normally get to other people or other people get caught up in, they won't. That is very dangerous if you're dealing with someone like that, because like playing Russian roulette, you're taking a risk. They never know when it's going to hit home. All right. I've seen things like on social media of individuals, like they'll, and I don't know why they would put that up there. A lot of stuff goes on social media now, but one of the partners came home and they were saying that, they gave them something, right? And I assume the other person had to be a narcissist. The way they played it out was just straight denial. They didn't know where it came from. The other person was saying, I was only with you. I wasn't with anybody else. You had to give that to him. You had to give it to him is what they were saying. And the other person just kept denying, gaslighting, playing green. And in that instance, you see the heartlessness, the no remorse, right? You see the lack of accountability, all of that. I mean, it's when I see stuff like that, I immediately think about these narcissistic type of individuals. And it's so selfish. They put other people's lives and health at risk. This is part of that reckless, dangerous behavior with a delusional mindset, right? Make no mistake about it. These individuals, these narcissistic type of individuals, they should be some type of mandatory, some type of health intervention, mental health intervention for these individuals. Something that really, puts emphasis on, treating and tracking these type of individuals. Because a lot of the stuff that you see going on that's unproductive to society is, primarily executed by these narcissistic type of individuals. And to them, life is just, nothing's taken serious. Right? It's just one big video game to them. And so being with an individual like that, can and will be detrimental to you in some sort of way. That's why I don't understand why people, if they feel like they're dealing with one, if you know all of the components of what goes on with this type of disorder, you would want to stay as far and away from that type of individual as possible. You know, they're not fully sane. They can operate and mimic, as close as possible to a sane person, but in no way are they operating in a stable mindset. These are unstable, unpredictable individuals who become a hazard to whoever they engage or involve themselves in, especially if it's in a close type setting, whether it's, situationship, transactional relationship. They're going to do harm. They're going to do harm to that individual. And because they're harming and damaging so many individuals, it's like it spreads. And so, yeah, when you're dealing with a narcissist, the worst trait out of that is that reckless abandonment, that feeling invincible, because they're going to take risks and chances with your money, with your life, with your health, because they take the same risk and chances with their own health and life and money. Just something to be mindful of. Anyway, I'm going to cut that there. Make sure to like, subscribe, consultation inquiries. Click the link in the description box. Shoot me an email. I'll get you information on that. Till next time, enjoy your day. Have a good one.